Hello and welcome to Bulu Patnaik. For once, I am interviewing Bulu Patnaik here.
Hello.
And we are riding a Mahindra
ScorpioN.
ScorpioN.
This is a four-wheel drive car and the auto gear shift. Because in India, auto gear shift is not that famous or that popular. People usually prefer manual gear shiftings. So what I do is I usually travel and I create travel content. So mostly on motorcycles and sometimes on cars. I had been driving this car for last 1 year and I had already done about 30,000 kilometers. So far the experience has been amazing. I have taken it to Ladakh twice. I have taken it to winter drive across Manali and upper belt of Manali. So this car has never disappointed me in every way. Let it be comfort, let it be the ruggedness, and let it be confidence, because most of the diesel cars in extreme winter conditions fail to start because of diesel getting frozen. But here what I see with this car, it has never disappointed me. Even at minus 25-30 degree also this car starts like with just one crank. And talking about the traction control system, I would actually thank Mahindra for this, because this car has the best traction control system in whatever cars at this segment. This costs about like 32 lakhs in India, especially in Bangalore, because the road taxes are more. But yeah, in this price segment, I think, because me and my wife, we used to communicate about what should be our next upgrade, and trust me, if any car we would think about an upgrade, that could have that can only be a Range Rover or something, because in between there is absolutely no car that can match this level of confidence, comfort and reliability. So that way I really love this car.
So thank you, Bulu. So I work for Mahindra and Tech Mahindra. So I'm really proud and happy to get a good feedback from Bulu here. My name is Shruti. Hi. I live in New Jersey, US. So I have a couple questions.
Yes.
First question is, I have not been able to drive here. It's been 25 days since I'm here today.
Right.
I've not had the confidence to drive, and there are a few reasons for
Right.
that. So let me ask you, how do you handle those scenarios? Number one, so we are driving in the city of Bhubaneswar here in Odisha, very well planned city, and we see here it's one of a kind smart city as well. And the Naveen Patnaik government has really kept up pace with the growing population, but more importantly with all possible amenities. However, I see a lot of dogs and stray dogs and cows,
Right.
and they can prop up from anywhere.
Right.
So that's my first concern. So how do you think this car would help me in that situation?
So the thing is that, see, what happens, as you said, that a lot of animals can come out. It is not just animal. Even if you see there is a person who
Right,
is
yeah.
walking on the road and he is not concerned what vehicles are on the road. So the thing, like people talk about safety aspect of the cars, right? So I think in India you need every kind of possible safety that is available around the world, that has to come in these kind of cars. Okay, I'm thankful to Mahindra that this particular car has the best braking system. It has ABS and all those technologies, which are minimal technologies you can just see someone again crossing the road. So every
Yes.
bit you have something or other. And with this car has a 7 airbag system also.
Okay.
For protection, for
Okay.
the safety of the passenger.
Okay.
Why I like the Scorpio in this regard is that this has a very good view. If you see, it has a broad, wider view, and then we sit tall. So navigating across the city traffic is much more easier. But yeah, you have to be totally focused on the road when you are driving in India, and especially in cities, you have to be more focused, because something can come from somewhere. So you have no control, absolutely no control on the road, and people are least bothered if it is a car or a bus crossing. They just feel that they have their own pace and they can cross you before the other vehicles cross. So that's the mindset. So I think it's a matter of getting used to. So our reflexes are, I believe that our reflexes are much more stronger compared to any other drivers across this world.
Okay, awesome. One more thing, how is the sustainability of the car in terms of fuel emissions, etc.? Because I drive a electric car in the US,
Right.
and we are very much pro for sustainability.
Right.
So how do you think is the consumption of diesel, petrol, whatever you have here, and the emissions that this car has?
So the thing is ki in India electric cars still have a long way to go, because I feel that the infrastructure is not yet ready. So we also had a thought that we may plan to go for an electric car, and especially in India, the Indian companies are really doing good, especially Tata and Mahindra. They have wide varieties of car which are electric. But the issue is what, you know, in cities we are okay to have electric cars because we have charging infrastructure everywhere. But a person like me who love to travel on highways, and more of highways compared to the city travel, so that way I don't think there are enough infrastructure at this point of time. So what I feel is, I think in India the hybrid system will work better compared to a solely dependent electric car, because you won't end up with the range anxieties. Like I remember I had a scooter which is a electric scooter. So most of the time whenever I'm out from my home, at some point of time I feel that range anxiety. I have just had 20 kilometers left or 30 kilometers left. I have to find out a charging center, and then the moment you reach a charging center, you see that it is already occupied, or sometimes even the apps also show wrong data that I mean it's empty, but when you go there you find two more cars or two more bikes waiting in the queue, and you don't have so much of time to wait in the queue and then charge and again go. And that, especially that, is a very big challenge when you're on a highway trip, because highway trip, let's imagine like I came from Bangalore to Bhubaneswar. Now it took us about 24 hours of driving, so we took a break in between, so it was a 2 day of drive. Now what happens, the idea of traveling on highway, we feel that here we just want to sit in the car and cover as much as distance we can cover, okay. But in case of an electric car, you again have to stop every couple of kilometers, maybe around 300-400 kilometers. You have to stop for an hour and charge your car and again move forward. That way this trip will end up being a 3-day trip instead of a 2-day trip. So that way I feel that infrastructure is a problem. Now talking about the diesel, see, India fuel prices are comparatively expensive compared to a lot of other countries. They are not the most expensive, I can say, but yeah, still they are expensive. This is a diesel car. This has a very good mileage, so we get about 14 km per liter. Sometimes we also get 15, depends on the type of drive you do. If my wife drives, then she gets about 16. If I drive, somewhere between 12 to 14, because I'm slightly more aggressive driver compared to her. But yes, considering this big size of a car, which is about 2000 cc, which has a more than 2000 cc of engine, I think that fuel efficiency is a good efficiency. If I compare it to my previous cars, because they were smaller in size and then smaller in engine size, as well as the overall size of the car, the weight was also less, so there the efficiency was better. But we kind of got used to this. One more thing I would like to highlight about this car is that this is a very easy car to drive. If you drive the smallest car, even if we compare this with the smallest car in the city, this is the best car to drive, because this has a EPS system, electronic power steering system. It has a hydraulic plus electronic system. So what happens is when you drive this car, so there is this motor and there is a sensor. The moment you you try to turn, it also gives that kind of pressure. So because of that, you feel very easy to drive. So my wife travels in Bangalore, which is one of the most traffic city, you can say. It is a traffic capital of India, and there my wife drives for 1.5 hours one side, which is about 35-40 kilometers every day. She does like 3 hours of drive, and she is totally happy with this car. She can't go, even if she comes to hometown, we have a XL6 over there, which is slightly lighter car, but still this car feels more easy to drive. So I think Mahindra has done an amazing job, and there is absolutely no other car which is better than this in the price bracket of 30 to 60 lakh. Because we have an active competitor, that is Fortuner, which is from Toyota. A lot of people buy Toyota because of the brand name, because they feel that the cars are more reliable and all. But I have personally driven it because a lot of my friends, they own it. It costs about 60 lakh, which is exactly double the price. But if you consider it as a value for money product, I think Mahindra justifies like way better than the Fortuner. So that's how I feel.
Awesome. So we have a lot of usage-based features that we use, that we get in the US. So I would love for Mahindra to introduce such features. Will a consumer like you buy features on a monthly subscription basis? For example, for a better software in terms of both the GPS and the navigation system and the infotainment system and the radio and channel and everything. Would you spend more than just buying the car on a monthly basis as well?
So see, first thing is that India is a very price sensitive market. I mean, anything you think about, first every manufacturer thinks about it with a price point of view. So I'm sure not many people may opt for it, but yeah, there are auto enthusiasts would like to spend. Like, I wish that the entertainment system could have been even better. But one thing I would agree that what happens with most of the Indian companies is that they understand the market of India. So they know that the subscription thing may or may not work. It can be an experiment as well, okay? So some part of the customers will use it. But what I've seen in Indian market is that people adopt quickly, okay? Maybe initially they may feel that it is expensive or something, but then later on when they start comparing it with other things of the same segment, and they understand, okay, when you pay a little more, we get little more. Or something which is better, I think then people will agree to spend. Personally, if you ask me, then I would love to do that, because I spend, see, it's like even if I have a health issue, I'm not so concerned. I don't go visit the doctor for every health issue. But if my car has a small problem, then I just take it to the, I find it, I feel that it's a big headache. The moment I sleep also, I feel that car mein ye hai, I have to fix it, and I make sure that, see, now this car has an alignment issue because I had been driving quite a lot of places, and around Odisha also the road conditions were not great. I did the alignment at Mahindra service in Bangalore, and now I feel that there is an alignment issue, and you won't believe I have called at least 10 of my premium rich class friends, where do you do the alignment? And I'm just trying to find all the type of permutation combination. I just wanted to do that one place which everyone has pointed. So I'm thinking I'll go there and I'll do it. That's how the thing is.
Awesome.
So that way I think I will spend on it.
Yes, just like my husband, who would go for the 3-time annual checkup of the car, but not for himself.
Exactly. That's right.
By the way, my husband and Bullu have been roommates and shared for such a long time. Yes. So, and one last question. So we got a Volvo XC90 few years back, and Volvo actually invited us to come to Sweden.
Okay.
To do the assembly of the car.
Oh, nice.
Right then and there.
Okay.
And then they would spend 15 days with them, and then they would ship the car, and by the time for a month, it will take a month or something, and we'll get it in the US.
Right.
So we have our Scorpio plant, Mahindra Scorpio plant in Nashik.
Okay.
I have been there.
Okay.
And we have our management center also there. So Mahindra believes in a concept called Mahindra Rise, wherein we are actually getting future ready. And right, that's Rise 2.0 under the leadership of Mr. Anand Mahindra and Mr. Anish Shah. The leadership of is kind of paving kind of lot of patents, and lot of innovation is happening in the Nashik plant. So would a consumer like you, if we give you an opportunity to go build your own car and enjoy that experience, and do something more, like contribute to the kind of development of the car, and it's not just the engine, but otherwise the features, functions, etc.
Yes.
Would you love to take that opportunity?
Absolutely. See, I would say in India, cars are emotions. We consider it as a member of a family. We don't just consider it as a vehicle. We have a lot of emotion for it. So what best can happen? I mean, like, if we get that opportunity to build our own car and select what you wanted to have, because it's all emotion, right? You get connected to everything in your car. So when you go there, you get like multiple options, and you can just configure your car. I think that's going to be a very huge success over here.
Oh, okay.
And especially I would like to say one more thing. So a couple of days back, so our friends have like all ranges of car. We have friends like, here I have a friend who have like 25 cars, and he has Porsches, he has Lamborghinis, he has everything. They're super rich class families. So one thing is that we always keep talking about cars, and there we have pointed out that Mahindra is developing such kind of cars that which is going to kick out a lot of companies out of India in coming years. Recently, so what happened, a friend of mine, he actually got the Toyota Hilux, and Hilux just got introduced some 1.5-2 years back. And then I was also looking for a car where I could do expeditions and all, but surprisingly this car fit to my budget, as well as for all my requirement. It fits very well. So the friend was pushing me to go for the Hilux, and by that time I saw that Mahindra launched a pickup version. I mean, they didn't launch, but they just showcased on one of the events. But they have shown literally a pickup version, which is like, after, I'm sure once that car launches, it's going to like kick out Hilux like anything, because the price is almost 50% and features are almost more than that. So that's how, I mean, I feel that Mahindra is doing so good, and they are, see, Mahindra, what I feel is a company where the founder itself, he's an enthusiast. I mean, there are a lot of automobile companies, but not every owner is an enthusiast. But what I see with Mahindra is that he has that vision, what I want India to drive. So I think that way they are doing great. So I'm sure this is going to be one of the big success, and in going forward in the future, we don't have to think about international brands when we have a homegrown Indian brand with us. It's a proud moment as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Reporting here live from Bhubaneswar in Odisha, India with Bulu Patnaik.
Thank you.
Shruti signing off. Bye.